This week on a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast.
Definitely shade. I'm not mad at the comment, but it's definitely shade. Spade, how can he be mad at the Steelers for taking a quarterback? When Big Ben retire after every single game.
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast, the realest sport podcast in all the land.
True.
Fam, I don't know if you get it. I'm talking about in all the land.
True.
Man, we are back to wrap up the previous week of sports in dramatic fashion. No BS, no sugarcoating, no biases, only the strong arm truth. This happens to be the first time you guys have watched our show here on YouTube, but if you're listening on any of our various podcast networks, I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K-Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy, LePravis57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports Spade.
Yes, sir.
I want to say happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody that celebrate that holiday, man. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy birthday, champ.
Go drink responsibly, please. Go drink responsibly. But Spade,
yes,
got a great show for these guys this week. Want to start in the NFL. A lot of things happen. Some things we got to talk about. Some things I feel like you and me will get heated about. But I think it's going to be a fun, great show. Let's jump right into it. Want to start in the NFL. You good with that?
I guess. Let's do it, bro.
Spade, gotta take it down to your area, your neck of the woods. The A, gotta take it to Atlanta. Gotta take it to Atlanta.
Facts.
Matt Ryan, if you guys didn't know, Matt Ryan of the Atlanta Falcons, quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons, got an extension, Spade. Matt Ryan signs a 5-year extension worth $150 million. He got 150 M, Spade. I want to get your thoughts on Matt Ryan, and then I'll give you mine. But one, I gotta ask you: was Matt Ryan worth this extension? And I mean, did the Atlanta Falcons do right by Matt Ryan?
Okay, I'm not even sure where to start. Yeah, I looked it up, man. Matt Ryan's new contract is gonna guarantee him $100 million. He get $100 million guaranteed. It's gonna pay him about $30 million a year, and the first thing I thought about when I saw the news feed, Matt Ryan, and I was like, God, it's crazy because I think Matt Ryan has some more years on his contract. I don't know how many, but this is an extension. So he has some years remaining on his current contract, if I'm not mistaken. LePage, check that out. Make sure I ain't lying. But if he did have years left, it makes me look at the Atlanta franchise a little weird because I just banged the cannon on Julio Jones for wanting more money after negotiating a deal and not waiting until that deal was up before he started talking about wanting more money. Now, I'm going to tell you why this whole thing is going on, man. It goes back to some of the recent signings that we saw. We've seen a few other quarterbacks get paid. We always say when this happens, it changes the market, bro. It completely changes the market. Now, let me tell you what we got going on right here. Now, look, I don't want to pick on Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins and Jimmy Garoppolo both just signed really good deals, all right? Now, hold on. Matt Ryan was in a Super Bowl, fam. Now, he didn't win it. He should have won it. That's neither here nor there, but he was in the Super Bowl. Kirk Cousins just set the market and ain't ever sniffed the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I can't say that Matt Ryan's not worth it. I don't, we are, first of all, on this show, we say you worth whatever you can get somebody to give you. That's one. For two, none of these quarterbacks are really worth it, but I guess by the standard that we're setting, if Garoppolo getting broke off and Kirk Cousins getting broke off, Matt Ryan should get broke off, and there's a bunch of other quarterbacks after Matt Ryan is gonna get, deservingly so, even more than Matt got, bro. We gotta learn how to throw a football. Oh, never mind, we black. Go ahead.
Facts. But listen, Matt Ryan looked like Matt Ryan had a year left on his contract. He had like another, I guess after this year, his contract would have been up. But Spade, I was talking to the homie Nate. Nate been on the show. I was talking to the homie Nate, and I said, you know what, Matt Ryan just broke the market. He was like, oh, wait a minute, Jimmy Garoppolo actually broke the market, and he's right. I said, you know what, you're right, because Jimmy Garoppolo got $130-something million, and he only played like 8 games. So guys like Matt Ryan is sitting there like, if Jimmy Garoppolo Yeah, like that. If Jimmy Garoppolo got $130-something million, Matt Ryan, like, I didn't win a Super Bowl, but I damn sure helped take a team to the Super Bowl.
I went further than Jimmy. Right.
My team is a perennial playoff in the playoffs every year. He was, you know, Matt Ryan sitting there like, yo, if he got 135, I better get over that. So they offer him this contract. But if I'm a guy up in Green Bay, like a AA Run, Aaron Rodgers, if I'm that guy, I'm looking at Matt Ryan contract like, bet. I'm looking at his contract like, okay, rubbing my hands together like Birdman. But if I'm Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl, been to the Super Bowl twice, a Super Bowl winner, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers, been to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl. I'm looking at Matt Ryan like, Matt Ryan just got $150 million. A guy like Russell Wilson going to probably be like, I want $200 million. A guy like Aaron Rodgers going to want like $200 million. And if not $200 million, they're going to go pretty damn close to that number. Like, they're going to be around 180. Yeah, they're going to be around 180, 175 or something. And, you know, a guy like Russell Wilson, he don't have a Julio Jones. I mean, he don't have an offensive line, and damn near didn't have a running game since Marshawn left.
That's big facts.
So Russell Wilson out there improvising and was like, as I go, this team goes. So Russell Wilson going to want that bag. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. We've seen what the Green Bay Packers are without Aaron Rodgers. So I think, Spade, if anybody going to get $200 million, I think Aaron Rodgers come damn near close. And I'm talking about 199. Yeah. I'm not mad at Matt Ryan getting his money. You know, I'm all for players getting their money. But this to play devil's advocate, Spade, when you go get your money, especially paying a quarterback this much money, you know that hinders another position. So maybe you're going to start seeing certain players leave Atlanta. You know, you can't complain about. This is why your GM is so important, because if you sign a player like a quarterback at this price right here, this astronomical price, and he's going to cost this amount of money against the cap, then he got to be clever enough to fill those positions that leave in the draft and free agency. You know, I'm not mad at Matt Ryan getting his money, but this could potentially hurt other positions. We may see some people that we like leave. And I mean, they got a lot of young players on the defensive side of the ball, Spade, that's going to want that bag too. Vic Beasley. Big that linebacker, Deion Jones. I think his name Deion Jones, 45. Yeah. He's going to get paid. Keanu Neal going to want to get paid. I don't know what Trufant contract is looking like, but Trufant going to want to get paid.
Yes, sir.
So,
and my guy Jesse Tucker's kid on the line, he definitely going to want that bag too.
Jake Garrett, what's his name?
I'm having a brain fart, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's going to want to get paid as well. So this contract could potentially let some of their younger talent, you know, they may have to let these guys walk. I'm not mad at a player getting paid. I just know what comes with it. But
and Lopez, can I ask you something else, bro? I just want to ask you this.
Go ahead.
How long was the extension? 5 years?
5 years.
Okay, so Matt Ryan is 32 years old, fam. So I guess we making it the norm for quarterbacks to play into they damn near 40. Like, this hasn't always been the norm, y'all. Let me let you know.
Can I tell you why?
Tell me. I want to know.
The quarterbacks are being more protected this time around more than any time ever in history.
That's true.
Before they used to get killed. You can't even breathe on these guys now without it being a flag. Man, Steve Young was that guy. You know how Steve Young retired? He got hit by a corner blitz by Aeneas Williams. And I mean, it was helmet to helmet. He got bodied. Yeah. So, I mean,
I remember that.
Man, if you send that same blitz right now, this day and age, it's probably it's going to be a fine. It's going to be a flag. And the player may be suspended a few games. So they are protecting the quarterback at a different rate during, you know, this stage in the game than they ever did in the past. So I think we're going to see a lot more quarterbacks play to damn near 40. I mean, Matt Ryan contract going to take him to what, 38? I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think that contract originally was supposed to be up in 2019. He only had a year left, and they went on and made it right. Maybe that's the issue with them and Julio. Maybe they saying, look at Julio, if you had one more year left, we'll go ahead and take care of you. You got a few years. I don't know. But again, this ain't going to make Julio happy either, bro. This ain't going to make Julio happy.
You got Freeman about to come up on the deal. They're going to have to let one of these backs walk.
Oh, it'll be cold. it'd definitely be Coleman.
They got a nice young offensive line. They got Matthews. They got a Matthews on that line. They're gonna have to pay these guys, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But let me ask you before we move on: how much money do you see Aaron Rodgers getting, and a guy like a Russell Wilson getting? How much?
I hate to say it, bro. I can see Russell getting hold.
Really?
Aaron? I can, dog.
I don't think he should. Russell Wilson might not get hold because he seemed like one of those for the team guys. He might
exactly.
He might take.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Russell be that guy in there like, whoa, this is a whole lot of money, guys. You know, I don't
know if he's saying that, Spade. He might be like, you know what? I don't need this much. Give me 125. Take the other 25. Give me some more talent.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you put him in. You putting that voice on him, though.
That's his voice. I've heard him talk.
That's not his voice.
That is his voice. Anyway, I will say this, though. Aaron Rodgers, you know, we talked about it last episode. If you guys missed last episode, I know you're going to say, Spade, it's old news at this point. Last episode is a must-see, man. We had a special guest on the show, and we definitely chopped it up, had a really good show. But one of the things that was brought up last episode was Aaron Rodgers and his extreme confidence. Now, you know, it's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. I tell people I like to stand as close to that line as possible. Aaron Rodgers may or may not stand just past that line. You know what I'm saying? He's a little bit arrogant. And if you think Aaron Rodgers is going to walk out of that office with anything less than what he feel like he truly deserves, then we know two different Aaron Rodgers. Like, he going to definitely try to get the bag. He's going to get it from somebody.
Word. Listen, I agree with you. I can see Russell Wilson taking less to try to help make the team better. But I mean, if you got to look at it, you see how that's working with Tom Brady. We'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We'll talk about that later. But I definitely agree with you with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers will definitely get more than $150 million, and I mean, I'm talking close to 200. I can see him getting close to 200, Spade.
I wouldn't be shocked.
200.
I wouldn't be shocked, bro. Let's move from one quarterback that we all love to another quarterback that I just kind of like,
Ryan,
but you really love. You had this guy in your top 5 year after year after year.
You did.
That was me. I get us mixed up sometimes. I get us mixed up. Let's go over to Pittsburgh. Let's talk about Big Ben Roethlisberger. LaParis, let me ask you a question before I get into this segment. Would you say that the Steelers are one of the premier teams? Would you say that they are a Super Bowl contender?
Yes.
Before the season even started. Okay, so
yes,
it's pretty fast.
They're Super Bowl. Yes, they are a Super Bowl contender.
Big Ben agrees with you.
Yes,
definitely. Big Ben agrees with you. So Big Ben. Okay. Hey man, one of the things about Big Ben is he don't really bite his tongue too much, and it's kind of gotten him in trouble a little bit. But Big Ben also feels like the Steelers are a Super Bowl caliber team, maybe a piece or two away, and he was not happy that his team used their 3rd round pick on yet another quarterback. In case you don't know, the Steelers took a quarterback last year as well. So this year, in the 3rd round, they took Mason Rudolph. Now, somebody asked Big Ben, he was on the radio station 93.7 The Fan in Pittsburgh, where he said, I was surprised when they took a quarterback because I thought maybe in the 3rd round, you know, you can get some really good football players that can help the team. Now, nothing against Mason. I think he's a great football player. I don't know him personally, but I'm sure he's a great kid. I just don't know how him backing up or being the 3rd string, well, who knows where he's going to fall on his depth chart, but how does that help us win now? But, you know, that's not my decision to make. That's on the coaches and the GM and the owner and those kind of things. If they think he can help our team, so be it. But I was a little surprised. LaParis, I feel like this is a pretty fair comment. This is Big Ben being fair, or is he throwing that shade to Mason Rudolph?
It's definitely shade. I'm not mad at the comment, but it's definitely shade. Spade, how can he be mad at the Steelers for taking a quarterback? When Big Ben retired after every single game. After last year,
that's kind of true.
Not the year that just passed. The year before that, he was like, I don't know if I'm gonna come back. After game 1 this season, he was like, I don't know if I have it anymore. So they like, man, would this guy make up his mind? They don't know which Big Ben they're gonna get from week to week. So they better prepare themselves because they don't know now. You know, Big Ben also said this week, oh, I have 3 to 5 years left. Well, that's news to the Steelers because you've been retiring every week.
That's true.
You've been retiring every week. So yeah,
that's a damn good point.
So the Steelers are basically doing what we know a lot of people to do, and they hedging they bet because they don't know which damn Big Ben they're gonna get. Big Ben have a good game. Oh, I'm the best quarterback in the league. He throw 5 picks to Jacksonville. I don't know if I have it anymore. I don't, you know, this team might be better without me. This is what Big Ben said. These are comments that he has made. So of course, yes, they better plan for the future because you don't know which Big Ben you're gonna get week to week, day to day, month to month. So yes, they better have somebody backing up Dobbs, or however they want to do it. Dobbs backing up Rudolph backing up Dobbs. However they want to play it. Yes, I'm not mad at them taking the quarterback in the 3rd round. And let's be honest. The Steelers do need some defensive help, but the Steelers is a Super Bowl caliber team. They still got Le'Veon. They still got AB. They still got a solid O-line. I mean, the Steelers going to be all right. That 3rd round pick right there, in my opinion, regardless who they took right there, wasn't going to make or break that team, in my opinion.
You just said they need defense. You don't think they could have snatched up a pretty good defender in the 3rd
now
round?
You want to make? Now I got to look up their draft. Now I got to look up their draft.
Well, because it don't matter what you look up. You know, in the 3rd round they took Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, but I don't remember what they took in the 1st and 2nd round or after that. I'm just saying, in my opinion, that draft pick wasn't going to make or break the Pittsburgh Steelers. In my opinion.
All right, so let me throw some more. If you want to look that up, you can. You really don't have to. But I got a few other points I want to throw out on this segment, and then I'm done with it. Now, look, Mason Rudolph, and I got the date for it, too. When was this? Was it April? I think it was way back in April. Mason Rudolph said, somebody asked him, do you think Big Ben's going to take you under the wing, you know, help you out, get you going? And he said, it's not Ben's job to teach me anything. It's my job to learn. Now, I didn't feel like that was shade toward Big Ben, but, man, just to show you how petty the clock is, let me tell you what Big Ben said. When asked about mentoring the young rookie, Roethlisberger seemed uninterested. He said, I don't think I'll need to, since he said he don't need me. If he asked me a question, I might just have to point to the playbook. First of all, that kid didn't say he don't need you, Ben. He said it ain't your job to teach him. It's his job to learn. He never said he didn't need you. Big Ben definitely. Hey, I'm gonna step out on a limb here and say Big Ben feel threatened by Mason Rudolph. Now, I don't know why he does, but he must see something in the kid that scares him. Because he didn't show his ass like this when Dobbs got drafted. He did not show out like this when Dobbs got drafted.
That's the same way I felt about Brady and Garoppolo, and the same way I felt about Tom Brady saying that crap about Lamar Jackson. Remember I said
that's true.
I don't. Yeah. Same thing. Now he wanted Garoppolo out of there, but Tom Brady felt, oh, Lamar Jackson is a stud. I'll be happy if we get him. What? Because he didn't feel he was a threat. He felt like Garoppolo is ready now. And I mean, if you look in San Francisco, it seems to be so. And he felt like Lamar Jackson needs some work. So if they got Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady knew that was his job for another 2-3 years. In his opinion, I'm not saying it's true. In his opinion, and that's why do these? Let me ask you, Spade. Why do these quarterbacks feel so threatened by these young guys coming in? Big Ben know that's his job unless he give it up. And the way he been moving recently, it seems like he's been more than willing to give it up. With I don't think I got it anymore, or I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if I should retire. But go ahead, Spade.
I'm gonna tell you something else. Now, one of my pet peeves about Big Ben is Big Ben can have a receiver wide open. He gonna pump fake that pass 3 or 4 times before he let it go. He holds on to the ball notoriously too long. He gets sacked a lot, and sometimes it results in injury. This is one of those cases where Big Ben, who is 36 years old, talking about he got another 3 to 5 in him. I don't know what the hell supplements these quarterbacks are on, but pass your boy some. Pass me some of these supplements y'all on. But 36-year-old Big Ben go down with an injury. Dobbs or Rudolph come in and look pretty good. It could be a done deal. He knows that. He knows it.
Now let me just.
But I'm good, bro. I'm ready to move on than you are.
They took Terrell Edmonds, a safety from Virginia Tech, 1st round. They took a wide receiver in the 2nd round. We know they got rid of Martavius Bryant, so they got rid of that guy. He's from Oklahoma State. The wide receiver they took in the 2nd round was from Oklahoma State. They took Mason Rudolph from Oklahoma State in the 3rd round. They took an offensive tackle in the 3rd round. In the 5th round, they took another safety from Penn State. They took a fullback in the 5th round. And in the 7th round, they took a defensive tackle. So they got some
Yeah,
defensive
Big Ben
help.
might be tripping. He might be tripping.
I think he's tripping, man. It's his job. I don't know why these quarterbacks be so threatened by these young guys coming in. First of all, the game is way faster. Relax, Big Ben. Relax. It's been a quarterback-driven show. From one quarterback to another, we got to take it up to New England, Spade, and we talking about Tom Brady. If you guys didn't know, Tom Brady was asked a question. And he said, "Do you feel like you're underappreciated with the New England Patriots?" And Tom Brady said, "I plead the fifth." He said, "I plead the fifth." Spade, I gotta ask you.
Yes.
Is this a big deal or is it a reach?
You know what? And this is probably gonna shock you. I think it's a big deal, bro. I think it's a big deal. The Patriots have run their organization so squeaky clean, bro. No fingerprints, no dust. I mean, they'll pump fake crowd noise through the speakers. They will steal your whole damn. They record your practice. They might let a little bit of air out the football and won't nobody talk. Don't nobody know nothing. Nobody will say anything. Oh, we was recording? I don't know. I was not aware that we did that. You can talk to the man standing by the camera. That's a camera? Don't nobody know nothing. So even though this is small, it's not just this. It's a snowball effect. Now, you know my Dolphins picked up Amendola, and Amendola said, I did not understand why Malcolm Butler didn't play in the Super Bowl. I did not understand that. And I never got an answer about it. Right. Yeah. And Tom, who also said that he didn't understand why, he said that he saw Malcolm Butler walking on the sideline and he was wondering to himself, what defensive set are we running that Malcolm is not on the field? Like, nobody. Look, the fact that people are speaking out, it's not real egregious stuff. He didn't come out and say, you know what, man, bump the mother because I'm down for. He didn't come out and do all that. But just saying this right here lets you know, man, shit's a little different over there in Foxborough. It's different right now. And I think it's a big deal. I think it is the start of a collapse of a great dynasty. And I'm a Dolphin fan. You could argue whether or not they're a great dynasty, but that team has done it their way and been successful for a very long time. I think they're doing something right over there, man. And I don't know if we getting inside of Tom because he played his ass off in the Super Bowl and deserved to win and didn't win. And losing affect everybody differently, man. We even say this to Patriots fans. New England fans be all in my mentions. Pop, 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 pop. All they do is pop off. And I tell them, I cannot wait till y'all not on top no more, man. I want to see what type of fan you going to be when y'all out there getting that work. And maybe Tom is so used to winning those types of games, maybe losing that game. I don't know, bro. I think it's a big deal, though. I'm watching this team. I'm expecting them to face plant.
I don't think any of this have anything to do with the Super Bowl. And I agree with you about this being a big deal. Spade, this goes back to when that report came out about this tension between ownership and Belichick and Brady. And all Patriot fans was like, oh, this report is false. It don't exist. They clickbaiting. They making this up. Spade, this crap started back there with that Jimmy Garoppolo way before the trade deadline. The trade deadline is usually around week 6, week 7. It started then when they forced Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick been the puppet master of that team since he got there. And now Bill Belichick got flexed on and they made Bill Belichick trade Jimmy Garoppolo for I think a 2nd or 3rd round pick. I don't remember exactly. Somebody gonna correct me in the comment section. I think it was a 2nd round pick. When they could have got a 1st round pick from the Browns for Jimmy Garoppolo. So Bill, when they said that all this tension was in that locker room, all this stuff done came to fruition. Not only did they have to trade Jimmy Garoppolo, they didn't get fair compensation, in my opinion. Not only that, they still made it to the Super Bowl. Didn't play Malcolm Butler. That added more tension. It was tension way back when people felt like Belichick left Brady out in the cold when it was about Deflategate.
The footballs, right?
Yeah, it's been tension. It's been tension, and I feel like,
and I love
it. You love it. I just feel like it's unrepairable. I don't feel like you can repair this. I feel like parties may need to part ways, Spade. That's how I feel. I feel like and when I say, we know Kraft is not selling a team. Kraft out there at the Boston game with Meek Mill and Gucci Man, looking all confused.
For some odd reason.
Every bit of confused.
Looking like an off-brand rap group.
I feel like if anybody's going to leave, it's going to be Belichick. But let me ask you this. This is a question I don't think I ever asked you on the show, Spade.
All right.
Who do you feel deserves more credit, Brady or Belichick, pertaining to how good the Patriots been all these years?
I think that's a very tough question. I think it's a tough question. I'm a weird person, man. I appreciate coaches. I appreciate scheme and game planning and all that. But at the end of the day, you can have the best game plan in the world. Somebody got to execute it, and I'm gonna go Brady. If I got to choose, I'm gonna go Brady because I felt like Belichick was able to plug and play different people in there and still run his system. So you got to give him some credit. But damn, the players that stayed through all that interchanging, like I'm gonna tell you, when you interchange pieces of a lineup, the pieces that don't change, they gotta be strong in what they do. You gotta be able to depend on the guys who aren't new. And I don't know, if I gotta choose, I think I go Brady.
And I'm gonna go the other way, Spade. I'm gonna go with Belichick. And when I'm telling you who I feel is more, you know, it's close. It's like 51-49 Belichick in my opinion. Because we seen Belichick. Now I know they didn't. I don't even think they made the playoffs that year. Matt Castle started. I think they went either 10-6 or 11-5 when they had Matt Castle, but they didn't. They didn't make the playoffs or lost in the first round. I don't remember exactly. But we seen guys. Belichick has been one of those guys that's like it schemes. If any, I mean, we hear schemes over teams a lot, but if any system that matters is that one over there. Like he done got rid of Corey Dillon, got this guy, got that guy, different wide receivers that we think shouldn't even be in the league. Yeah. He done made them look pretty damn good.
Made them stars, yeah.
So when I tell you, you want to go 50-50, but people say you got to pick one, I would go Belichick 51-49. If maybe 50.5, 49.5, like that. It's that close. But I would give the edge to Belichick because he's the one that concocted all this mess.
Yeah, he concocted all this mess. I just want to throw a little bit of shade, though, Lopez.
Go ahead.
Brady got 5 rings, right?
Yeah.
Belichick got 5 too, right?
Yeah.
So Belichick can prove he can do it
got more. I
Brady.
think he won a couple with the Giants and whatever. But as a head coach, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't try to get technical.
I'm just saying.
I'm talking about as the man.
Okay,
as El Capitan, he got 5.
Okay.
All right. Bro, listen, this segment right there is definitely going to get a lot of feedback. People going to come through it and weigh, should I say, drop their opinions in the comment section. And I encourage that. I want to know what y'all think about it, man. I feel like the Patriots, London bridges, and they falling down, and I'm happy about it as a Dolphin fan.
And I still think they Super Bowl contenders this year. I still think they going to be right in the mix.
Whoa. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't ready to say.
You don't think they're gonna be in the mix?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really think shit's on fire over there, bro. Like,
okay.
You hear me, but you ain't. I think shit's on fire, bro. I think the people. Look, Grunt was about to walk away from the game.
Yeah.
I think it's bad over there. But let's move forward. Let's talk a little bit of NBA.
Okay.
The greatest league.
I've been on fire in the NBA.
You really have, bro. You really have. I gotta give you your props. Look, all this teaching I've been doing on this show over the years has finally got through your head.
Cut it out.
You learning.
Nah,
I'm proud of you.
Cut it out.
It's like seeing your son at graduation. I'm like, look at LeParis getting these calls right. Anyway, man, let's talk about the Eastern Conference second round of the playoffs. I think that's the semi. I don't know what the hell it is. Anyway, in the last show, we talked about the Western Conference, and we couldn't talk about the Eastern Conference yet because it wasn't decided upon. Now it's decided upon, and it damn near, it might be over already. But as it is today, which is Saturday, we're recording this show, both of the current series in the Eastern Conference are at 2-0. Boston's up 2, Cleveland's up 2. We've seen people come back from 3-1, so it don't necessarily mean it's over. But we want to talk a little bit about those two series and give our predictions on them. LaParis, I'm going to throw it to you first with the Boston series. I got to admit, man, I go back to the very beginning. You said, Spade, I like Brad Stevens. I like these young players. They gonna fight. They gonna run the offense through Al Horford, who is their veteran, their leader, who's not afraid of this moment, and they're gonna find a way to get it done. And I thought that you was really on the strong stuff that day, but you was right. This team is still here. They up 2-0. What you think is gonna happen in this series, bro?
Listen, man. Listen. Spade, I want to throw it back to you because real earlier before the season even started, we talked about Philadelphia, and you said if Philadelphia don't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, this is a fail. And I said, hold up, Spade. They was dealing with a whole bunch of injuries. I feel like if they just make it to the playoffs, this season was a success. I want to know, have you changed your thought process about that early in the season? The way you thought, early in the season?
I mean, I think you kind of talked me off the ledge in that episode. But when we ended that episode, I still felt like if they don't get out of the first round, it's a fail. And you was like, I feel like if they at least go, I'm okay with that. And I was like, to me, they got to get out of the first round. They've done that. And they've looked impressive. I got to give them their props. Now, I'm not a huge 76er fan. It's hard to hate on what they was able to accomplish this year. This is a team that's been bad for a very long time. However, they are already their fans are already starting to make excuses. I had somebody tell me in a non-related conversation, somebody told me the other night that Utah got a better team than the 76ers. That's absolute bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. You can't keep getting lottery picks year after year after year after year and then not expect these guys to they gotta win. They gotta perform. And I feel like they are right where they're supposed to be. And I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. They really should be performing better than they are currently in this current series, LaParis. For my liking, they should be playing better than they are in this current series.
Especially when you take into account that I can't stress enough. Now, Gordon Hayward was going game one. So we expected Gordon Hayward to be out this whole season. But with no Kyrie, if we would have picked this series, Spade, if we would have picked this series before, I mean, in my opinion, there's no reason to pick now. Even if Philly was to come back and win this series, in my opinion, is no reason to pick now. Boston is up, unless Boston just implodes,
which has happened.
I feel like Boston. I mean, it can happen. It can happen, but I feel like with no Kyrie, if you would have said pick this series before it started, I would have said Philly in maybe 6. I'd have said Philly in 6. Spade, the way I wrote on Twitter, I said the Celtics have Brad Stevens and the Bulls have a Hoiberg. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. They got a Brad Stevens and we got Spade. I told you, in my opinion, Brad Stevens, if not the best coach in the league, damn, he top 2-3 in my opinion.
He definitely up there.
He top 2 or 3 in my opinion. Spade, the way he got these young guys playing, and I want to say, I wrote on Twitter as well, Spade, Jason Tatum right now is a top 5 player out of Duke in the NBA right now. Ever. He's a top 5 Duke player. He's a top 5 NBA player out of Duke right now. Top 5. Wow. And, I mean, you got Grant Hill, Kyrie. People say Kyrie. I'm going to add him because he technically went to Duke. Jason Tatum, and you can add whoever you want to put in there. Justice Winslow, Cherokee Park, whoever you want to put in there, it don't matter. But it's Grant Hill.
Justice Winslow, though. Why do you even say that?
It's Grant Hill, Tatum, and Kyrie, and Elton Brand. That's it.
Damn. Wait. You put Tatum over Kyrie?
Boozer, whoever you want to add. Like, Jason Tatum is one of the best players out of Duke that went to the NBA. Because Duke players, in my opinion, do not transition well to the NBA. In my opinion, maybe I don't know if you want to add Maggette in there too, but anyway, I am shocked. I told you Brad Stevens could get him 2 games. Whatever series they play, he gonna get him 2 games.
You said it.
Just because he's just a phenomenal coach. Now that could be the 2 games at home. They might not win another game. But I don't know if that's the case, Spade. The way they've been locking up, the way Marcus Smart has been defending Simmons. We know what we're going to get for Embiid. Embiid has been playing. Now, I know he's still a little irritated by the mask. But the way Marcus Smart is defending Ben Simmons and the way Terry Rozier has been playing out of his mind.
He's the star that emerged this series.
Spade, you want to talk about a guy that's ready. We always talk about guys being ready for prime time. Or that guy ain't ready for prime time. Terry Rozier is ready for prime time. It seems like he's one of those guys. He's not afraid of the moment. He's been waiting for his chance, and he is making the best. He is making the best of it. Spade. Yeah. I think this series is over. I think it's over.
I'll tell you what I've learned.
Go ahead.
The Stars, and listen, both of these teams are young. They got some veterans on the roster, but the core, the nucleus of these teams are young.
Yep.
Damn, bro. Boston, the Boston guys are younger than the 76er guys. Tatum's only 20. Brown's 21.
Yeah, they're younger because they've been playing since they got in the league. Them other guys had 2-3 years off.
I mean,
Embiid been hurt for like 2-3 years. Ben
so
Simmons
basically,
took
what I'm trying
off.
to say with that statement is, this ain't a Boston team that's gonna be a pain in the side for Philly this year, and then they ain't got to worry about them. Every year that Philly get better, Boston gonna get better too. They gonna be on y'all ass like back pockets.
It's gonna be scary, and they making Danny Ainge look like a genius because every year we was like, why didn't Boston move? And it's been a running joke. It's been like a running joke. Oh, they didn't bust a move because said team wanted Terry Rozier and they wasn't willing to part. Well, it looked like Danny Ainge is a genius because Terry Rozier is playing like a man possessed.
He looking like the man.
Spade,
I'm with you on that one, man. We might as well go ahead and talk about that other game because this one right here.
I gotta ask you, who wins the series? Who wins?
I mean, why would I go against what Boston has shown me? Why would I go against that?
Spade, I gotta ask you, what do Boston do? I asked you this at the end of the other show. We ain't really get to go in depth, but what do Boston do with that roster when Kyrie and Gordon Hayward come back? How do you move that roster around? Like, do you move Al Horford to the 5, start Tatum at the 4, Hayward at the 3, and Brown and Kyrie, then Rozier and Smart and all those guys go to the bench? Like, Rozier's gonna want to get paid. Do they sign Rozier? Like,
bro, this answer gonna sound like a cop out, but you know what? I don't know what the hell to do, but I know who will figure it out, and that's Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens and Danny Ainge is going to figure it out. I'm a believer. At this point, they won me over. I have no reason to doubt this team.
I got a lot of questions because it's also a rumor that they may trade 2 or 3 of these pieces and a pick to get Kawhi Leonard. How do you feel about that?
Nah, that would just be done. I'm sorry. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see why that would happen. That makes absolutely no sense to me. You got Jason Tatum, who's a small forward, plays the same position as Kawhi, who's younger, who defensively, let's be honest, he's no Kawhi. Offensively, though, I don't know. Tatum might end up being a better offensive player than Kawhi. Yeah, I know. Go ahead and get mad. Get mad if you want to. This kid is 20 years old. He's probably going to be a better offensive player than Kawhi. No way I would stun his growth. I wouldn't.
Spade, I'm not a Boston supporter.
Me either.
We've been hard on Boston. But you can't help but like the way these kids have been playing, man.
They balling,
you can't help it. And let me go on to Philly and before we move on, Spade. What do Philly do? Because they got folks who's basically been non-existent, haven't been getting any playing time. Actually, when Ben Simmons struggled in the last game, they went with T.J. McConnell instead of Fultz. So let me ask you, what do they do? Because they signed J.J. Redick for 1 year for like 25 M's. So do they re-sign J.J.? Do they re-sign J.J.? They just read up Covington. Ben Simmons, they play him. I'm doing quote fingers over here, Spade. They play him at the point guard position.
At the 1. Yeah.
At the point guard position. So do he move to the 4? Like how do Philly how do we construct Philly? What's the construction of Philly?
As far as J.J. Redick, JJ's been a really big part of them getting this far. So you're going to have to break the bank on JJ. And last time I talked to him, he told me to tell the world that the price just went up. All right? It ain't going down. As far as Markelle Fultz,
go ahead.
Well, yeah. I mean, he ain't nobody really looking. You see how many points Ben Simmons had the other night? You can count it on one finger. 1. Look.
Go ahead.
As far as Fultz, I would put him right where he is, on the bench, until I saw development that would put him on the court. Because, listen, I don't know that you get the impact that you get with Ben Simmons at any other position. Could he play the 4? Yeah, I'm sure he could. But he's not like this scary scorer like that. Can he put it in the hole? Absolutely. Is he scaring defenses with his offense? I don't think so. So, I mean, I think he's more valuable with the ball in his hand. You don't know if he's going to drive or dish. He has really good court vision. He's setting his teammates up. I wouldn't play him off ball right now. Especially for folks who His jumper just as broke as Ben Simmons, but he ain't 6'10". He ain't got the court vision of Ben. It makes no. I will leave it just like it is.
Ben Simmons have to develop at least a mid-range jump shot, because now Spade, it's just like NFL quarterbacks. Once they get a year of tape on you, they figure you out. And I feel like Boston, people gonna look at this Boston series like they got Ben shook. They got Ben has been terrible. He's been terrible.
Yeah.
So they're gonna look at this Boston tape, and people gonna figure it out how to stop Ben Simmons. He gotta develop a mid-range jumper, Spade. We can move on. I don't know if they re-sign JJ Redick, man. It's gonna cost a lot of money.
It's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost a lot. I definitely agree. You look up on the other side, man. You got the Toronto Raptors that I said on this very show and told you guys. I don't think this is the same old disappoint you in the postseason, break your damn heart Toronto team. They smell different, all right? I think they actually bathe. The Paris and Spade still smell like catfish over here, and I said maybe maybe you downwind, maybe you picking up something. I don't know. Well, look, man, it looked golly. Let me tell you, LeBron and the Cavs tried to give one of them damn games away. They did. Tried, and Toronto just too kind-hearted. They too kind-hearted. They said, no, Cleveland, you take it. We don't damn want it. You can have it. This is a 2-0 series over there, too, and the things that LeBron James has been doing in this series is going to keep me this is the one time I don't have a lot to say. Toronto, we've seen this movie. We've seen it a lot, and we know how it's going to end. It's no point to even tune in. Listen, Toronto fans, pick up a hobby for the rest of the postseason. I don't know, go fishing, or maybe it's late. It's too late to go fishing. I don't know. Get your little garden and plant something. Watch TV. Read a book. Don't tune in.
Marijuana is legal up there. Plant some marijuana.
Plant something. I'm not going to say plant marijuana. Plant something. Plant some tomatoes. Put some maters. Get maters in your yard. But don't tune in, y'all. It's over.
I ain't going to take a lot of time either, Spade. I just want to say I knew it. I knew it. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I'm sorry. America, I'm sorry. I don't believe him. I never believed him.
Right,
Serge Ibaka has been non-existent. He don't exist. They read up Serge. Serge been out here playing. He played, I think, 28 minutes one game for like 6 points, and then he played like 12 or 13 minutes in another game. Like Serge Ibaka, they just read you up. You don't exist anymore. Like it's this series is over. And the crazy thing is, babe, I'm gonna give him a little backstory real quick. LeBron, after a game, said Dwayne Casey. I didn't even know Dwayne Casey was on that Dallas Mavericks staff that beat LeBron in, I think, 2011. LeBron said Dwayne Casey game planned the defense that took away the things I like to do and made me do things that I was not comfortable doing. He said Dwayne Casey has made him who he is today. And that is why LeBron hates Toronto, because Dwayne Casey is the head coach of Toronto. Spade, what is the series everybody always talk about with LeBron? They be like, oh, he disappeared during the Mavs series.
That Mavs,
that Mavs game, this about the Mavs. Well, what about Bron in 2011? They always bring that up. Don't they, Spade?
Oh, yeah. You know I hear it. More than I want to.
LeBron will forever body Toronto as long as Dwayne Casey is there. Spade, I got to ask you, is it time for it to... I don't know if they're going to get swept. Even if it's a gentleman's sweep and they manage to win one game, is it time to blow Toronto up, and should Dwayne Casey be fired? Because they can't get past LeBron.
Now, they tell you not to answer a question with a question, but that's what I'm going to do. Even when the Cavs was struggling and everybody was going, I don't know, this team.
Yeah.
Who did you and I feel like was the best team in the East?
The Cavs.
Why? Because of who?
Because they got LeBron James.
So, really, Toronto did look better. They just keep running into LeBron James, and I don't think any of these teams in the East beat LeBron. I don't. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel bad saying, like, you guys are just failures. Like, every year y'all choke. People say they choke in the postseason. No, they don't. They run into LeBron James. And the only people who can survive that is Golden State right now. Every other team that run into LeBron James in the East is going to get put in the headlock. Now, hey, look, what really had everybody gassed up was the way Depot and them damn Pacers fought. We saw the Pacers fighting, and we said, oh, if the Pacers had them on the ropes like that, surely. But I don't necessarily think that's an indication of how bad Toronto is. I just think young Depot, I think he hooping. He balling over there. I think he caught him off guard a little bit. That's what I think, LaParis. No, don't fire Casey. Let me be more direct. No, don't fire anybody. Don't bust the team up. Just
I don't know.
Wait on LeBron to get over.
Something got to change, man.
Well,
it might be time for
time
a new
gonna
voice
come get LeBron one day.
They gonna never get LeBron. But maybe it's time for a new voice or something. I don't know, Spade. I don't have the answer. I just know that Toronto. I knew it. I knew it. I
don't think
I didn't believe him. You ready to move on?
Yes, sir. Please.
Spade, I gotta ask you, man. The Knicks made a move. About with their head coach. We already know they was on a hunt. They was looking. They was trying to find a head coach, and they decided to go with Fizdale, the guy that was let go by Memphis. He was hired as the New York Knicks head coach. I gotta ask you, Spade, do you like the hire? If so, why? If not, why? Why not?
I don't like anything about it. I just don't. I love Fizz. You know, take that for data. This guy right here invented the term pace and space. He's also one of the guys that they credit for that positionless basketball, where you just got, you know, high IQ guys on the floor and you don't necessarily care about, I need 1 point guard, 1 shooting guard, 1.
Yeah.
I like all that. But the Knicks, bruh, I don't like that for them. LaParis, you always say, I'm tired of these minority coaches taking bad jobs. I think he took a bad job, bro. I don't like anything about this. I don't like anything about this.
If you remember, Spade, I kind of been on fire with this NBA. Let me find out I'm the NBA
Relax.
expert.
You got a couple of things right. I wouldn't call it fire.
I got to ask you, remember after Kristaps got hurt? He got hurt, I think, either a little bit before the All-Star break or a little bit after the All-Star break. I asked you, if the Knicks start stinking in the beginning of the season, Spade, and Kristaps can come back after the All-Star break, do they risk it and bring Kristaps back after the All-Star break, even if they stinking? I don't remember what was your response. That's what I was going to ask you. What was your response?
You just tanked this season.
Yeah, you would tank and hope you get another high pick. So this right here, it's already not starting well with for Fizdale. I don't like it either, Spade. I hope I'm wrong, because I think he's a great coach. Let me not say great. I think he's a good coach, above average coach. I think he's a good coach. And I think he had his pick of the litter, man. He could have went to Charlotte. He could have went to the Bucks. He could have went to the Suns. He could have picked anyway. I think, the Orlando job won him. And I mean, he had his pick, and he's decided to go with the Knicks. I don't know about this. I hope I'm wrong, because I like him as a coach. I just don't know about Fizdale with the Knicks, because I don't know about the Knicks. Not because I don't trust him. I don't know about the Knicks. So I'm not mad at the hire. I get why the Knicks would want him. I just don't understand why he would want the Knicks. Okay, that's better. I'm interested to know how Knicks fans, because there's some Knicks fans that watch this show. I'm interested to know how these guys feel about the hire. I know they're gonna love it. Because he's better than Hornacek. But if I'm Fizdale, I think I would have probably considered that Bucks job.
Yeah, I'd have went anywhere. I mean, and I hope I'm wrong. I'm gonna say this
going to Orlando.
Move forward.
You're not going to Orlando before the
Well,
Knicks.
no, not Orlando. But shit, yeah, Orlando still. I mean, Orlando's shitty too, but at least it's a nice warm city. You know, you can go to Disney World. You can shoot down to the beach or something. I don't know. My thing with this is I want to believe that Fizz, he sees something over there that he think he can mold. I mean, he changed some things over there in Memphis. They said it when he first got there. That team was a heavy back to the basket team. He changed the offense. He made it a PNR team. They ran PNR. He was able to get Marc Gasol to buy into shooting threes. At some point, he was able to talk Zebo into coming off the bench. Like, he definitely changed the culture over there, and I feel like he must see something in New York that got him think he can do it, but I don't like it. But let's move forward, my guy.
Let's go.
Bro, let me tell you what people saying to me. And sometimes I love talking sports, and sometimes I hate talking sports.
Sometimes you can't take people serious, babe. You can't take everybody serious.
Because the takes, bruh, I be getting the hottest takes. And I don't know why I'm going to waste you guys' time with this take, but maybe I'm the only fool who believe what I believe. Somebody hit me up like, I was on Twitter. In case y'all don't follow me on Twitter, you should. Links will be in the description. And I was like, how do you get swept by a boogie-less Pels team? I was kind of trolling Trailblazer fans, right? Not one, not two, like on some LeBron shit. Folks was hitting me back like, Spade, you can't front. The Pels are better without Boogie. And I was like, what? Are we really saying that? And they was like, yes, the way Mirotic shoot the 3 balls. So, like, first of all, Boogie can shoot the 3. Second of all, Mirotic, listen, man, you're not going to get this Mirotic every game out. I don't know if y'all never heard of this guy when he was in Chicago, but you might want to do your Googles. You ain't finna get this guy every game.
Mirotic, though. That was bearded Nico.
Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with that.
Nah,
it ain't got nothing to do with his beard.
Hooping.
It ain't got nothing to do with his beard. I told you, Bobby Portis knocked the stank off his game, and now he can play better. You know what I'm saying? If you got a teammate that ain't playing well for shit, take him to BPs. Let BP knock the stank off of him. But at any rate, I want to bring it to the shoulder pairs. I'm not one of those advanced analytic guys. I don't pull all them dumbass stats. But, bruh, is it a possibility that this Pels team is better without Demarcus Cousins?
Let me just say this.
Do you think so?
Let me just say this.
Uh-oh, here it comes, y'all.
The answer is no. The answer is no.
You scared the hell out of me,
No.
bro.
I'm going to say this, but without Boogie, let me state this now. You said you ain't an analytic guy. Like I said, I only know this because your boy Fan do. The pace without Boogie on the floor is way faster. Way more possessions. They way more faster. You know, I seen a lot of people. You know, this is one of those situations, Spade. One of those out of sight, out of mind situations. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Boogie ain't played in a long time, so people tend to forget about you a little bit. They tend to forget about how great you are, and I feel like this is one of those situations. Not to mention, they just beat the Hazlights off the Blazers. They just beat the Hazlights off the Blazers. So that got people asking questions like, yo, they may be a little bit better without Boogie. Look what they just did to the Blazers. So it's kind of that out of sight.
Saying maybe though, bruh. They talking like it's a known fact.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Nah, I'm saying I think you giving them too much credit by saying after coming off of that.
In my opinion, no, they are not better without. Because if they had Boogie, in my opinion, they sweep the Blazers. They sweep them guys. They swept them anyway. Did they sweep them? The Blazers didn't get one game, Spade? Oh my God!
No, that's not how you get swept by a Boogie-less Pels team. I know what you mean though. If they had Boogie, they don't sweep. They vacuum their ass up.
Yeah, they blowing them out. Like it's getting ugly because Boogie gonna get Nurkic in foul trouble. Nurkic can't D-Boogie around the perimeter. It would have got ugly. It would have got ugly.
It would have got real.
But Spade, I gotta ask you. I gotta play devil's advocate. Now, let me just state this: they are not better without Boogie. But let me play devil's advocate.
Okay.
If you was to trade Boogie or let Boogie walk and keep that money, whatever you're gonna pay him, astronomical amount, $100 and something million, you don't think you can take that money and get more pieces around AD, Drew Holiday? I think they need to re-sign Rondo, in my opinion. But you don't think they don't have a wing? They need a wing. Etuan Moore, Solomon Hill, Darius Miller. I feel like they can get a lot.
Whoa, I'm a Darius Miller fan. Hold up.
I know, but I feel like they can do a lot better at the wing position. And I don't know if you will be able to get. Now, I don't have the answer who particularly they should get, but if you let Boogie walk in, you'll free up a lot of money to make your team even better. That's all I'm saying.
I guess. I'm just. Look, I'm going to tell you, I didn't know about the pace thing, but it makes sense. At the same time, we also said on this show before, somebody hit me with the I told you so. The 76ers got a higher pace with Embiid off the court. We're not sitting here saying get rid of Embiid. Let's not be crazy, y'all. This is still, Demarcus Cousins is still a top 5 center in this league. Maybe even top 3 if we being honest. Let's keep it a stack. Team can't get worse with him on the floor. I don't want to believe that. And I know Boogie got some attitude issues, but a lot of that shit calmed down when he got to New Orleans. It really looked like putting him and AD together was good for both of them. AD's a beast, though. I mean, of course he was going to still fight without Boogie. But I don't know. I'm not willing to say that. I don't want to buy it. But I like that stat about it speeding up their pace. I get that. And pace is a weird thing. For some teams, speeding up the pace gets you to win. For some teams, slowing down the pace gets you to win. So you got to wonder if they face an opponent that's going to force them to slow down the pace, how that goes. Right now, they in a shootout with the Warriors who love a high pace. Maybe you want to slow it down. I don't know.
And a guy like Boogie, I mean, it ain't too many guys that can defend Boogie in a post. I mean, I feel like if they have Boogie, I have the Warriors winning that series. If they had Boogie, I would definitely feel like the Pelicans had a fighting chance at least.
Oh, yeah.
With Boogie, because I already know what I'm going to get from Boogie. And Boogie loved playing against Golden State. Anybody that know, even back when he was with Sacramento and even earlier in this season, he loves playing against Golden State, man. Loves it. Spade, I got to ask you. I don't know what game I was watching, but you was definitely right about the pace. We was watching the game in the party, and I said, man, pace is cool, but something like the team got the lead. The team with the lead should slow. I don't remember who we was watching, but I was like, they need to slow down the pace because they're going to let the team back in it. So I definitely agree with that point, and I feel like ain't nothing, just like with LeBron. You throw LeBron in the post, to me, that's the easy button. Boogie in the post, he's a great passer. He can shoot the three. He can hit the mid-range. And he's a beast in the post. I feel like Boogie is the easy button as well. And I just feel like you just cannot just poo-poo. Oh, they better without Boogie. No way. No way. I won't believe it. I won't believe it.
Me either, bro. I'm off that already.
All right, let's move on. I wanted to have some fun with this last topic, babe.
Okay. I like fun.
Wanted to have some fun.
What's our name?
I wanted to ask.
Oh, not that.
I wanted to ask you, as well as the supporters, the people that watch our show on YouTube, as well in podcast land, listen on podcast land. I gotta ask them: is it time for the NBA and or the NFL to add an expansion team? I mean, we know it's been a rumor. Let me just paint the backstory. It's been a rumor that the Jacksonville Jaguars may want to move to London over there. Because, they go over there. Every time they're in London, they win. But, Spade, you made a good point. You said they do got to fly back to play other teams, too. So, they just going to go 8-8. You said that.
Yep.
But we know the Raiders are moving to Vegas. We know the NBA. The NBA has been rumored that they may want a Vegas team. Or they may want another team back in Seattle. So, I'm bringing it to the table. Is it time for the NBA and or NFL to add an expansion team?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm looking at it here. The last NBA expansion team was 2004. The last NFL expansion team was 2002. So, it's been a long time. And if you're an NBA fan, I don't know. Everybody knows how bad the city of Seattle wants a team. Like, Seattle wants a team so bad, bruh.
So, if you're going NBA, that's where you put in your NBA team in Seattle?
Yeah, I feel like you gotta go Seattle. You got to.
I agree. Over Vegas? Over Vegas?
I feel like you got to go Seattle, man. Seattle got their team ripped out of their finger grips, man. Fingertips. Is it finger grips? No, I don't think
they got some fanatics up there, man. They crazy.
They do.
They're going to be crazy about basketball up there. I agree with you.
Now, I'm going to tell you what's weird. It is a lot of people saying that Louisville needs a pro team. I don't know how that'll go because college ball is king in Louisville. You know what I'm saying? And that rivalry with, of course, Kentucky. So, I don't know. If you look over on NFL side of things, I'm not really even sure where I would put a team. So, right now, I don't know that I would for the NFL. And I know that probably sounds bad. Their last expansion team was the Houston Texans. I don't know, LaParis, would you put one in the NFL? And if so, where?
It's been some rumors. Like we know the Raiders. We know the Raiders are moving to Las Vegas, but it's been rumors that Alabama may want one. We know they're a big football place. I mean, I'm not saying. I'm just giving you cities that's like, yo, we want one. Alabama. Okay. I mean, Alabama's a state, but you get my point. I'm just giving you places that may want one. I heard Mexico City. I don't know about Mexico City. In NFL been trying to. I mean, what about? Let me. All right, maybe not in the NFL, but I could definitely see an NBA team. Maybe going up there to Seattle. I agree with you 100% there. Maybe if the NFL didn't already move the Raiders to Vegas, maybe an expansion team would have fit there in Vegas. But I understand why they wanted to move the Raiders, because the fan base would the Raiders. They're another crazy group of fans. They're gonna follow the Raiders wherever they go. They're gonna be mad.
Plus, I think their dispute was over a stadium. I feel like if they could have got their new state of the art stadium right there in Oakland, I think the Raiders don't move.
I agree. Yeah, because they was tired of playing in the old Coliseum.
Yeah. The only cities for the NFL that I can see, LaParis, it's nothing for me. It's nothing new and fresh. It's cities that had teams that got them ripped away. Like, Oakland probably going to want another team after the Raiders are gone. San Diego probably want the damn Chargers back right now. San Diego wants something. St. Louis.
The Chargers probably want to go back to San Diego.
I'm sure they damn do. St. Louis, I can see, St. Louis getting another team that they had.
St. Louis is a good spot. St. Louis
they had the Rams and the Cardinals at one point. So, I mean, St. Louis probably want a team. Then again, maybe St. Louis ain't a good city for it. Maybe that's why both of them damn teams got out. I don't know.
That's another good point.
I said, for me, it's tougher for the NFL. For the NBA, I feel sorry for Seattle fans. Like, they want to franchise their root for it, man. How about we start a team, bro, and we'll put it up in Seattle?
I mean, I got
$72.
I got $72 to put, bro.
I got at least
I got 70.
That's a hell of a down payment.
I mean, hey, we gonna need like what?
Seattle, we got y'all.
About 999 more million. So
Seattle, we got y'all. The Seattle Strong Arms.
I think if anybody deserves a basketball team in Seattle, I agree. NFL is a little bit harder. I agree with you. St. Louis may be a good spot, but something up in St. Louis because they always be out.
You ain't never lied.
Yeah, man. It's going to be tough in the NFL. Cause I really don't even want another team back in Oakland if it ain't the Raiders. So I think Raiders fans.
It'll just be weird.
Yeah, Raiders fans just need to migrate. Just go on and migrate to Las Vegas and be Las Vegas Raider fans. Whatever. Just be Raider fans from Vegas. Go ahead.
That stadium that they gonna get. Boy, look, I feel like Vegas don't do it. They overdo it. That thing gonna be amazing. Yeah. I already know.
It's gonna be too much. It's just gonna be too much. Could you imagine the Super Bowl there? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I want to be there. Matter of fact, I'm calling it. We gonna be there.
I agree with you, Spade. I think NBA. It's time. I think the NFL need to pump their brakes because you got to pick the right city. I agree with you 100%.
Right.
Interested to know what the fans think. Do you think it's time for the NFL, NBA to add an expansion team? If so, where? Don't still be like, yeah, it's time. If so, where do you think both organizations, NFL and NBA, should put the team? NFL. I didn't think the NFL would be that hard, but it definitely is. I don't want an NFL team in Alabama. I don't. I don't. In Mexico City, like I do some research. I was looking up cities. Nah.
I'm out on that for sure. Okay. Well, let's wrap this show up, man. Last segment of the show today, we call this the Strong Arm Performer of the Week. It's a very prestigious award in podcast land, given to a male or female athlete who raised his or her level of play to ensure that their team got the victory. Hey, look, I kill it on this segment right here, y'all. I kills it. The Paris, you're on the hot seat. Who is your Strong Arm Performer of the Week and why?
My Strong Arm Performer of the Week goes to a guy that we didn't really see this type of... Stop it. We really didn't see this type of performance from this guy. We didn't expect this, but this guy has stepped into the limelight and he is ready for the moment. And that's none other than Terry Rozier.
Donovan Mitchell. Oh.
Game 1, Terry Rozier went 11 of 18 spade from the field, 7 of 9 from 3, 29 points, 8 rebounds, 6 dimes, 2 steals, and a block for a 117-101 win over the Philadelphia Sixers in Game 1. And for that performance right there, they call him Scary Terry. He be out there with the fly sneaks too. Terry Rozier, you are my Strong Arm Performer of the Week. Terry Rozier.
That's pretty good. He need to let that
Terry,
Drew
what they call him.
Go. Stop rocking that Drew Bledsoe jersey. Don't be that petty. Don't be that petty.
Spade, you are the king of petty wars. Come on.
Yes, I am, and I don't like when people try to come for my crown, bro. I don't like it. I'm me tell you what I'm going to do with mine, man. Do something a little bit different right here. With my strong on performer of the week, I'm going to call a few people up to the stage, and I want all y'all to put y'all hand on it equally. I'm giving my strong on performer of the week to the supporting cast of LeBron James. We've been looking for them. They on milk cartons. They've been MIA, and I ain't talking where the Heat play at. They've been missing. Let me tell you, man, I got a game right here, 128-110 over Toronto. Let me tell you what Brian got. Now, first of all, Brian still put up 43 of them things because that's just what Brian going to do. But let me tell you, he got 31 from Kevin Love, 15 from J.R. Smith, 14 from Jeff Green, and he got 13 from George Hill. Listen, man, all we needed was for these guys to play like this because we know they're capable of playing like this. The crazy thing is Kevin Love had 31 points on a game that really wasn't that efficient. He went 2 of 6 from beyond the arc, 11 of 21 from the field. But I feel like Kevin Love is your second scoring option. He should get about 20 shots. He's got to get these touches. He's getting these games where he's 1 of 10, 2 of 11. And yeah, I know you're going to say if he's 2 of 11, he probably don't deserve any more shots. But some players got to play through their misses. They got to continue to shoot. And for that performance right there, Cleveland Cavaliers, not named LeBron James, you guys are my strong on performer of the week. Way to finally show up to the postseason, guys.
2 of 11 we can deal, Spade. 2 of 16 is where we draw the line. That's where we draw the line.
You ain't never lied.
2 of 16 is where we draw the line.
You ain't never lied.
We done seen Steph Curry go 2 of 11, then hit the next 6. So
that's big facts. But you got to get the next 6.
That's true. I mean, Paul George got the next 6 and ain't do nothing with him though. But that's a story for another show.
Yeah, he wanted the next 7.
But I ain't mad at that, man. And the crazy thing is, that's all you asking for the Cavs reserves, man.
That's all.
I mean, but for
15, 13, 14.
For the others.
Like, we ain't asking y'all to be world beaters. Exactly.
Yeah, because you know what you're going to get from LeBron. And if Kevin Love can come anywhere close to how he played in that game, the Cavs are going to be back in the finals again. They're going to be right back.
He was right back anyway. 7 of 7 at the stripe. I see you, Kevin. I see you.
Yeah, he looked like Minnesota Kevin, didn't he?
Minnesota Kevin ain't shooting 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. He a little more efficient than that.
Minnesota, I don't know if Minnesota Kevin even took 6 threes. He was down there in that box. He was in the box down there banging.
You're absolutely
30 rebounds and 30 points.
He had 11. He led the team in rebounds.
Okay. I ain't mad at him. Anything that helped Bron, because Bron out there was looking exhausted.
The shit was looking like a 1-on-5, bro. I'm not even kidding you.
It really was. But Spade, it's been a great show. Before I close the show, you got anything else to add to the guys?
Not a thing, man. I'm gonna be quiet today.
Wow.
Don't act.
That's shocking.
I'm a very quiet guy.
I wasn't prepared for that.
I'm very shy. Don't act like that.
Oh my gosh. This guy's shy. Anyway, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Enjoy yourselves. Listen, man. If you new here, bang the subscribe button and take 2 seconds. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. There's also a little bell up there. You can click that bell. It sends a notification to your mobile device to let you know when a new episode has been uploaded to YouTube. If you don't want to see 2 dudes arguing in a box, we got audio, podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, UPodOmatic, iTunes. Still pending on Spotify. Seeing people tweeting us like, when is it going to be on Spotify? It's still pending. Yo, we working. Hey, all we can do is send it over there. It got to get approved. But the point is, it's still pending. It didn't say not approved. So give us, relax. But I want to thank y'all, man.
They probably listening to the show right here. Hey, Spotify.
Yeah, you ain't lying. What's up, Spotify? You ain't lying. Listen, we want to thank you guys for your continued support. Every week you guys show love. The show did amazing last week. Let's keep that momentum moving forward. We cannot do it without y'all, man. Tweet us your thoughts about every topic. Write it in the comment section down below. Email us. We love talking sports. Unless you're talking crazy like Boogie needs to go. Save that. Save that for somebody else. But listen, can't thank you guys for your continued support. We'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.